friends, it's Anna, back after a much longer than expected break. Yes, I do realize it has been a month since my last wax video upload. Life got a little crazy. We were getting ready to go on our Alaskan cruise. We got back, tomorrow will be 2 weeks ago. We got back, we flew. No, tomorrow would be 3 weeks ago we left. So Tuesday would be 2 weeks ago we got back. My days are still screwed up. We came home late Tuesday evening, and by Friday morning we found out that somewhere along the journey, my dad had picked up COVID. So while we have had waxes going and things, we've been quarantined at home. So I've not been changing my waxes as much because I'm here to let them go until they are dead. The other thing is, I wanted to let you guys know, from now on we're only going to discuss full empties in my videos. Because especially when I don't have unless there's a collab going on that I'm a part of. Because when I don't have a collab thing, there's no way I'm going to remember what I melted where and when and all of those things. So we're only going to discuss empties. So, since we have returned home, I have finished off a clamshell of strawberry swirl from the previous Bring Back My Bar. I have not tried any of the current Bring Back My Bars, but people say that Berry of Paradise is similar. So if you missed out on this, I would recommend trying Berry of Paradise. I have also gone through, this is a dupe for the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. It's called Butt Naked. It was from Wilson & Son wax company. And there was just one little piece in there. This was part of a winnings package that I was given. I melted that in my bedroom one day. Oh, I do have a couple of non-wax items too that we'll talk about at the end. Because that's another thing I'm going to do. Since I'm going to be discussing just empties, I'll be able to include non-wax items as well. From Made to Melt, I finished my little sampler cup from Edda's sampler code that I picked up in Vanilla Bean Noel. And I also finished another one of those in her pear scent. Pear scent is very rare to find, and so I was thrilled with this. I will definitely be getting more of this. I love her Vanilla Bean Noel too, and if I'm placing an order with her, I'd probably pick this up too. But lots of vendors have Vanilla Bean Noel, so wherever I'm placing an order, I will get Vanilla Bean Noel. Couple more waxes. I finished up my another coffee sampler bag from Jim's Daughter Crafts in a liquid hug. This is what I put in. I do remember this one. I put this in actually the night before we left because vendor wax doesn't last super long, so I didn't feel like it would be a super waste. And this is coffee and peppermint mocha. And I love peppermint mocha, so it was super relaxing. And oh, it doesn't smell anymore because this bag's been open for a while, but that's good because I reuse these as a Scentsy consultant. But peppermint mocha is a very calming scent for me, and with the energy and the excitement and the nerves, because we had to take COVID tests on Sunday morning before we could fly to Seattle. and get on the cruise ship. They would let us fly, but we wouldn't have gotten on the cruise ship if anybody had tested positive. And my dad knew at that point that he'd had exposure. He was negative from that exposure, but then picked it up somewhere along the journey, which is crazy to me. But I was nervous about taking the test because it was the first I had taken. And I was worried that somebody in our party of 6 would have a positive and then we wouldn't be able to go. So my nerves were crazy. And I was excited. And I just wanted something that I would enjoy and that would calm me down. And the other thing I've gone through, this is a Scentsy Tester, but this is not from my consultant tester set. This was in that same package that this Butt Naked came from. An ex-consultant had donated a lot of her testers, and so this one was put in for me. This is a scent that I hear a lot of talk about, but I was not brave enough to pick up a full bar of because it's controversial. Sun-soaked petals. I love this. This is probably going to go in my club when the catalog changes. I love this. And now we are down to just a couple of non-wax items. I did have last night the bulb in my mini warmer blue. I will tell you guys a quick story. My mini warmer blew its first bulb. I want you to know my full-size warmer, my oldest full-size warmer, is a 1.5 years older than the mini warmer. My full-size warmer is still in its first bulb because it has so much more filament. But my mini warmer blew its bulb and I changed it out. This is the old one. You can see the filaments in there is broken where it blew. I have it in the box. This is the old bulb though. And then finally, the last item that I finished up was a pocket back in Winter Candy Apple. You can see from the shape of this bottle how old these are. And I'm trying to use up. I have so many pocket backs. I can still smell the Winter Candy Apple in there. Winter Candy Apple is one of my favorite winter scents. But as you can see, I use it year round because it is oh my gosh, it's just apple. It's a sweet candy apple and I love it. But you can see these are old. We got a bunch of this style of bottle when Bath & Body was getting ready to change their style. And they had marked these down to 10 cents a bottle. My family and I went crazy and we're still using these up. Now we do have some because of the scents that we've changed. We've loved different scents that are in the new style as well. But I still have the holders for these as well. So I use these when I can. And this is the one that I used mainly while we were on our trip and obviously finished it up. Because I was obsessive about sanitizing. There's a tiny little bit down in the bottom I see now. But I'm just going to do this and see if I can't just use it. Because I love the scent. I was obsessive about hand sanitizer because the cruise ship is notorious for spreading germs and things anyway. And they do have sanitizer stations. But for me in my power chair, it was really hard to get to them sometimes. So I had 4 different bottles of sanitizer with me. I had one on my bag, my crossbody bag that I carried. I had one on my little thing that hung around my neck that just had my Sell and Sign card and my ID. I had one in my evening bag for the formal nights. Actually, I think I had 5 bottles. Because then I had 2 spares down inside of my crossbody bag in case one ran out. I ended up taking pieces from all of the bottles, but this is the only one. This was the one that was on my thing around my neck for my selling sign card and stuff that I wore like 24/7. So this is the only one that I finished up, but there are lots of partials, and now I'm rotating them around, so you will probably see pocket backs pretty regularly for the next little bit while I use up all these partials. Anyway, that's what I got through the in relation to the trip, or since the trip, I should say. And hopefully I'm back on a more regular schedule with the videos. I will see you guys next week. Until then, have a very blessed week. Please be kind. Please, please be kind. I want to take just a minute and address the horrible drama that is going on with Rainbow Melts. Crystal is one of the sweetest people in the world, and she is being bashed for something that is not her fault. It's the post office's fault. And I'm just to the point where I'm like, please just be kind, people. Please just be kind. Enjoy your wax. Melt what you want to melt. If you don't feel comfortable with a vendor and you don't want to order from them, don't. But please, please just be kind. Be kind. Have a blessed week. I will see you all next week. Thank you, friends.